It's almost impossible to find someone who doesn't like Brendan Fraser. And now, he's receiving a bigger outpouring of love than ever before.
One after the next of people saying nice things to you.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes unsettling when they roll their sleeve up and there's a tattoo of me on it.
See what teary-eyed moments of Brendan's recently stole people's hearts. And find out how he manages to stay humble amidst all the praise.
You're only as good as the people you work with.
Are you ready to fall even harder for Brendan? Then let's begin. A glorious comeback. After years of being out of the spotlight, Brendan is back in the game, and fans are lovingly calling it a Brenaissance.
It feels rewarding, and it also feels very funny because every time I hear that, I think of Italian Renaissance painters and I have to look at the ceiling. Wow. No, they're not there yet.
The buzz around the actor is incredible, and it's the first time he is receiving recognition that isn't based on his looks or crazy stunts. And while most stars have both fans and haters, it seems that when it comes to Brendan, everyone wants him to succeed. No one, including the actor himself, expected this kind of buzz. Fraser got a 6-minute standing ovation for his performance in The Whale at its screening in Venice. He got teary-eyed back then, just like when he started receiving awards.
I want you to know that if you too can have the strength to just get to your feet and go to the light, good things will happen.
There wasn't a dry eye left in the room after this speech, and when Jimmy Kimmel asked him what he thought about being a frontrunner for the Oscar, Fraser was genuinely shocked.
You're aware you're like the favorite to win the Oscar. Or are you aware of that? Yeah, you must
If you say so, Jimmy.
It looks like this humble man never expected to make it so far.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, shucks.
And of course, we can't forget that sweet moment when Brendan was nervous about playing alongside Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro.
We're rooting for you and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Shucks, ma'am.
But we didn't only start loving Brendan now. So let's see what made him so endearing in the past as well. Hunky yet vulnerable characters. A whole generation grew up with Fraser's movies. He was pretty much everywhere in the 90s.
My journey to where I am now has been to explore as many characters as I can.
Fraser appeared in various genres, comedies, dramas, action-adventures, you name it. And although he played different kinds of characters, they shared similar qualities. The guys we saw in George of the Jungle, Bedazzled, The Mummy, and other films had hearts of gold and didn't take themselves too seriously. And that made them all very lovable. So it's no wonder that a lot of people had a crush on the actor. Some of Brendan's roles became especially impressive. George of the Jungle, for instance, has had a lot written about him, from lengthy Tumblr posts to academic essays. Some of them discussed how viewers loved his wholesome portrayal of masculinity and ability to commit. It's definitely easy to appreciate Fraser's unique acting abilities. And his co-stars also have a lot of good things to say about him. Fellow celebs love him too. Brendan's George of the Jungle co-star Leslie Mann was literally smitten with the actor. I was supposed to fall in love with him, and so I just fell in love with him in real life, she shared. The actress even confessed her crush to her husband, Judd Apatow. And he was like, "I know, stop it," Leslie said. Well, it really is easy to understand why. Next to fall for him was Elizabeth Hurley from Bedazzled. The actress admitted that Fraser was one of her favorite co-stars. She shared that they got along very quickly on the set, and he was the nicest man you could ever meet. And it wasn't only women who fell head over heels for Brendan. For example, Adam Sandler said that filming Airheads with him was one of the best shoots of his life. And even The Rock gushed over him. Dwayne Johnson credited Fraser for helping him kickstart his acting career. See, they co-starred in The Mummy Returns, which was the wrestler's first film. But being the humble man he is, it was Brendan who felt inferior to him. When Johnson arrived on the set, everyone who already knew him as a wrestler began screaming, "Rock! Rock!" And here's how Fraser remembers that moment. "He might be the Rock. I felt like the Pebble." Dwayne became big in Hollywood, but he never forgot how Brendan supported him. The Rock commented that Brendan's standing ovation for The Whale made him happy. "Rooting for all your success, brother," he wrote to Fraser. And speaking of The Whale, Brendan's Encino Man co-star Ke Huy Quan said he was a complete mess after he watched this film because he cried so much.
I was on the phone for 2 hours calling everybody that I know. And I said, you have got to see this movie.
Sadie Sink, who plays his daughter, said that she felt fully comfortable filming even the hardest scenes with him. Brendan is so incredible and also just probably my favorite human on the planet, the actress shared. And the actor had a response for Sadie. During his Critics' Choice Award speech, he called her brilliant.
Who are you? Your talent presages your years. It took me 32 years to get here.
And it wasn't the first time.
I was there, I had a front row seat to watch her bring it every day. And plug your ears, my friend. She's got a really big career ahead of her.
Clearly, those two really got along. Interestingly, before meeting Fraser, Sadie hadn't seen any of his films. But after working on The Whale, she watched all of them, and the drama School Ties is her favorite. Pretty much everyone loves sharing a set with Brendan, and they can't stop showing it. The Batgirl cast and crew even threw a surprise birthday party for him. And, of course, filmmakers have also loved working with Brendan because of his determination to do his best. Whatever he puts his mind to. Fraser would do his own stunts and give 100% and more in each film. Preparing for The Mummy, for example, the actor had to lift weights and follow a special diet.
We wielded our weapons, we fought one another, we ran around in the heat.
And he repeatedly risked his life on the set. In the script where it says Rick gets thrown across the room, then I did and sort of got smashed up in the process, the actor recalls. Yet he never complained about anything he had to do. Although it cost him a lot. Doing his stunts, Brendan got multiple injuries.
I needed to start thinking about how to work smart instead of work hard.
And because of that, he had to undergo surgery after surgery for years. But it didn't stop him, as he would return for the Mummy sequels and other movies. What did stop him, though, was the psychological aftermath of a shocking encounter. During a public event, Fraser was sexually groped by Philip Burke, the then president of the Hollywood Press Association. The actor became disillusioned with the industry because he thought everyone saw him as nothing but a piece of meat. He escaped into his shell and kept the incident a secret for years. This was followed by an ugly divorce and then the passing of his mother. The actor seemed to be sinking lower and lower. When Brendan left the spotlight, he also started having financial problems. Yet, he still decided to donate his entire salary from Gimme Shelter to the women's shelter featured in the movie. So even when he was at his lowest, he remained a good human being. And as we know, bad times don't last forever. After a while, Brendan overcame health issues, as well as depression. And when he decided to come back and tell his story, he turned into a real-life hero. It brought him even more support and compassion. And here's something else impressive about Fraser. With everything going on around his persona these days, the actor's still sticking to his principles. After the outrageous encounter with Philip Burke, he refused to attend the Golden Globe ceremony last year because it is hosted by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Want to know his comment on this decision? "My mother didn't raise a hypocrite," Brendan said. "This determination to prove his point is truly admirable. So it's no wonder that everyone believes that Fraser is a genuinely good guy. People say that you shouldn't meet your heroes as you'll be disappointed. This is generally true, but not when it comes to Brendan. The two girls who met him at the Calgary Expo can confirm that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for making my childhood awesome.
And mine too, you've been so nice.
Just see what people say about him. Fraser is one of the most humble, down-to-earth, and kind-hearted actors. Brendan Fraser is a legend. I officially declare Brendan Fraser a national treasure. And even with this outpouring of love, Brendan remains humble.
You guys, thank you.
When he's praised for his performance in The Whale, he credits the director Darren Aronofsky for it.
Darren has an ability to bring out performances in actors that in some way or another redefines who you thought they were.
We've told you many stories about Brendan's good heart, but there are many more to tell. Like, for example, when he rescued a horse on the set of History Channel's Texas Rising. After filming, the actor noticed that the poor animal was being bullied by the other stallions. "I saw him get kicked so many times, bit by other horses all the time, and I never saw him fight back," Brendan recalls. So he adopted the horse and brought him to his farm in upstate New York. Just like he fought ancient evils in The Mummy, Brendan is fighting to increase faith in humanity in real life. He was let down by the Hollywood machine, yet he came back. He hit his lowest point but managed to find the light again. He truly is a national treasure.
I know not all that may come, but come with me. I will go to it laughing.
And do you remember the moment when you fell in love with Brendan? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about your favorite celebrities, check out our other videos.